What's up, guys? It's your boy Velociraptor1 with another of the Dino Gaming Podcast, and today's guest we have is Ixion. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Well, thank you for having me. I am just loving podcasts. This is the third podcast I've been on, and I am so happy to be here tonight talking with you.
Yeah, yeah. You told me you've been like what is it, 3 point hour, 4 hours in a podcast.
Yeah, the last podcast I was on went, I think it was like 3.5 hours.
Oh,
He was kind of slowing down and sort of had that sleepiness in his voice. And so I just had to stop talking.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said, we probably should set a time limit for this one because if you get me started, I just don't know when to quit.
It's fine.
In fact, I'm going to set a timer right now. I'm bringing up my timer app on my phone. Are we doing 60 minutes or 90 minutes? What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'll set the timer for 90, and if we haven't run out of steam by then, um, I'll just hang up on you.
Yeah, right.
All right.
So, so I ba- so you know that I basically like look through your channel and you got some interesting videos.
Yeah.
What?
What stood out to you the most? Like, do you have a
Um,
favorite video or
I think it's the one where you talk about like the weather changes and all that.
okay, like a one of my speculation videos?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, yeah. The Monster Hunter Wild speculation videos. Yeah, those are a lot of fun to do. We on the Discord server, like as soon as the announcement came out, well, that was that the Game Awards or something? I don't even
Oh
remember
yeah,
now.
the Game Awards.
Yeah, as soon as that aired, as soon as that broadcast, we were on the Discord server. I set up Monster Hunter Wild's channel on the Discord server, and we just all started typing out whatever crazy speculation came to mind and just acted like it was real. And so after about 24 hours, I said, all right, guys, get in your last speculation here, because I'm going to take everything from this channel and I'm going to make a series of videos on it. I'm going to record it all. And so the next morning, I just started typing, just scrolling through. Oh my goodness, like thousands and thousands of words of speculation. I was scrolling through, trying to type the ideas down for my video scripts, and yeah, and that's where it comes from. And I just in the videos, I just act like it's all real, act like it's fact. Because like it's no fun listening to somebody say, I think maybe we'll have this, and they could probably do this, and possibly X, and that's just like that's boring to me. You could say that about anything. You could say anything, and it's like where's the excitement? So if you state it as fact and just act like it's real.
Yeah. 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 So, but yeah, but the thing is that the what I got into speculation was do you remember the time where Capcom got a security breach? And,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, Capcom. I don't know if it was Capcom per se. I remember there was an Nvidia leak, right?
Hmm.
Is that the one you're talking about, or was there a separate Capcom
I
incident?
I think it was a one with the Nvidia.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What happened there was a security breach, and someone accessed a spreadsheet, some type of document. Excuse me. From Nvidia headquarters, and it just had a list of games, future upcoming games. with tentative titles and tentative release dates. And that's really all it was. I mean, um, yeah, and there was some information from Capcom, their upcoming titles and their tentative dates. I mean, it's pretty typical for publishers to share that information with companies like Nvidia because, Nvidia they don't just make graphics cards. They have had been and probably still are working on a game streaming system.
Oh yeah, like the
I forgot.
Wars or something.
I forgot what it's called. But interestingly, it uses the same chip that the Switch does, the Tegra chip. And so it's a streaming box. It's designed for you to stream games. And I think they were trying to build it was just experimental hardware they had been working with. And so they get all this information from the publishers so that they can, for whatever marketing reasons or testing reasons or technology reasons. So it's not, but see, it's not that they had inside information on the actual details from Capcom. They just had what some intern at Capcom sent over to them. And was the information up to date? We don't know. At the time of the leak, we don't. We have no idea. So,
I mean, everything
yeah.
came out true at the end.
Well, the dates weren't really very close, right? And there's a lot of games on the list, not just Capcom games, but there's a lot of games that got canceled or the dates got pushed up or pushed back or yeah. So I wouldn't go so far as to say everything came true.
Yeah, you're right.
At the time that they gave it to them, right? It doesn't mean like if they gave them that information in 2016, for example. I don't know the exact dates, but let's say they gave them that information in 2016, but the leak didn't happen until 2018. The information is 2 years out of date. That's what I'm trying to say. So what we saw in that leak wasn't necessarily accurate as of the time of the leak. If that makes sense. But yeah, they had Monster Hunter, what they called Monster Hunter 6, right? And Monster Hunter something else, unnamed Monster Hunter title or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about like Paradise, which turns out to be wild.
Well, I think Paradise was a hoax. I don't think Paradise was in the spreadsheet. I think it was just unnamed Monster Hunter title.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere that somebody just made up the thing about Monster Hunter Paradise. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, people like to do those. That's why we learned
Yeah.
the lesson of never trusting in the internet.
Exactly. Don't trust it unless it comes out of Capcom's mouth. And even then, maybe don't trust it.
I mean,
The Monster Hunter 6 thing is interesting, though, because a lot of people think, all right, well, the Monster Hunter 6 Rise isn't Monster Hunter 6, they said, right? Because the one entry was supposed to be, the unnamed title was supposed to be Rise.
oh yeah.
And right, and then Monster Hunter 6 was the other Monster Hunter title in the leak. And so people are like, see, this proves Rise isn't Monster Hunter 6, and there's a Monster Hunter 6 coming out, and whatever the next one is, which we now know as Wilds, is going to be Monster Hunter 6. But what they don't realize is that that's not the name of a game, right? Monster Hunter 6 in that NVIDIA spreadsheet is the name of the project. So internally, if somebody's referring to it as Monster Hunter 6, that has no bearing on whether or not it's actually Monster Hunter 6, right? So, and the way I see it, the guy who's directed Monster Hunter 1, 2, 3, 4, World, none of the portable titles, right? We're talking about Kaname. He directed 5 titles up to that point. And he's working on a 6th one, right? So the one in that spreadsheet is Kaname's 6th Monster Hunter title. So he likes to call his projects He couldn't give up the numbering scheme, is what I'm saying. So internally, him and his team, right? They probably called World 5 internally. And so they're calling their current project 6. No big deal.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is considered like a spin-off of the fifth of Monster Hunter World. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people think that, but is it? I mean, it just depends on what you mean by spin-off, right? To me, Rise is definitely not a spin-off because
yeah,
it has such a unique identity to it.
yeah,
See, the history of this is really interesting. When Monster Hunter first came out, it was on PlayStation 2, right? And it didn't sell very well. It didn't sell very well at all until they made a version of it for PlayStation Portable. And so Kaname, I'm pretty sure he directed the original Monster Hunter. And then Ichinose directed the first portable version.
oh
So he had a team. He got some people together, some people from the original team. They're not completely separate teams. A lot of people, that's another myth. A lot of people think there's two teams. There's the portable team and the mainline team or console team. There's a lot of crossover on those teams. What there is two directors, right?
yeah,
There's Kaname and there's Ichinose.
mm-hmm.
Those are your two Monster Hunter directors. They're not teams, they're just directors. And the reason why they have two is because it takes so long to produce a Monster Hunter game. They don't want to put out a Monster Hunter game every 5 years. They want to put out a Monster Hunter game every 2.5 years. And the only way to do that is to have two teams running in parallel, right? Or two directors running in parallel. They each have members of their team, but the people jump back and forth from one to the next based on where they are in the process. So, excuse me. So Monster Hunter blew up when it hit PlayStation Portable. So the director responsible for making Monster Hunter a big deal is Ichinose. He's also the guy who directed Rise.
yeah,
Okay. So a lot of people think Generations was a spinoff. And the reason why they say it was a spinoff is because there is in one of Capcom's annual reports, the English translated version uses a very poor translation. They call it a spinoff, just offhandedly call it a spinoff. It's not a spinoff. It never was a spinoff. That's just a mistranslation on Capcom's part. See, so you can't even believe Capcom all the time, right?
yeah, true.
But anyway,
I
so definitely not a spinoff.
Go ahead.
Oh no, that's just wanted to wrap up that thought. It's definitely not a spinoff. It's Ichinose's game, and it's as far as I'm concerned is a mainline game. The thing that, and I want to make a video about this too, by the way. We've only had four numbered Monster Hunter titles. Okay, there's been original, DOS, and Try, and then there's been portable second, portable third. Okay, those have been numbered in parallel. Okay, but then for 4. What did they do? It's not on a console, is it? It's on a handheld. It's a portable game. See?
That's right.
But that's Kaname's game. Monster Hunter 4 is Kaname's game. It's a portable game.
Yeah.
So there's this inflection point in the series, right?
Yeah.
You've got the two numbered titles running in parallel, and then they cross over here in the middle at 4. And so we don't have portable versus console anymore. Everything just funnels down in a straight line. So you have 4, and that's the last numbered title. The next title is not 4 portable because 4 is already portable, right? It's Generations. That's Ichinose's team. So now they're leapfrogging each other in the main line of this, right?
Yeah.
So you have Generations. So to me, Generations is Monster Hunter 5 because it was the next title after 4. right? 'Cause Capcom said, we're not going to number our titles anymore.
That's true.
So Generations is the fifth Monster Hunter. If you want to get really technical or pedantic or whatever, it's, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, Monster Hunter 4 is the seventh Monster Hunter title, right? So Monster Hunter 4 is actually Monster Hunter 7. But they dropped the numbers at 4. So Gen to me is 5. World is 6. Rise is the 7th main line, right? They're not two lines here anymore. It's all one line because there's no more numbers. So Rise is the 7th. Wilds is the 8th. So to me, Wilds is Monster Hunter 8. So
I can see that's why you made a video on that.
Yes.
I mean,
that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. I believe you. Because that's kind of true, though, considering that 4 is 3DS, and then Rise is now all over consoles.
Yeah, and Rise is on consoles. It started on a portable system, Switch. But look, even Switch isn't. Is it portable or is it? It's portable, but it doesn't have to be portable, right?
It's a hybrid. Let's just say that.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no more. See, today, gaming today is not anything at all like what it was when Monster Hunter first came out. The technology, the way they design their games, the way they develop their games, the way they target certain platforms, it's like night and day. In 2004, you had to pick one platform and go with it. And that's it. It was very rare to get a port from one platform to another. Extremely rare. Okay, not that rare, but it was pretty rare. Today, you don't pick one platform to target. You target all of them, right?
Yeah.
Games today are on multiple platforms as a rule. It's the exception to only be on one platform. And it's like Nintendo. Nintendo sticks to one platform because they sell hardware and software.
True.
They don't have to, right? They could easily target other platforms. They just choose not to. Right? But look at any other game out there. It's on multiple platforms. That's just the way it is. Now, okay, Sony holds some back as exclusives, but they're putting them on PC now, right?
Oh, yeah. I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the... I see your point, though, that... Then, yeah, I never seen Nintendo does that before. Like...
Yeah, they, they had some cell phone, some mobile games, right? Yeah, if you want to count those.
Yeah, but nah, I think people were most focused on like the I mean, yeah, Mario and Pokemon is exclusive.
Yes.
And I chose those names because they were on the mobile.
Yeah. There was like a Mario Kart mobile or something, right? Yeah, there was like an auto run or two. I don't know. I didn't play any of these, so I just kind of heard maybe they existed or something.
Have you played Pokemon before?
I did for about 45 minutes.
What happened?
And then it made me go outside too much, and that scared me.
Yeah, I don't usually like to go outside, but I had to.
Yeah. No, it seems like a great game. I have some relatives who played it, still play it, I guess, on occasion, but yeah, they got out of the house a lot.
I mean, what got me out of the house is Monster now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It would have got me out too if it'd run on my phone, but it doesn't.
They got the iPhone 14.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not quite fortunate. I'm running on a 6-year-old Motorola right now, like one of the low end Motorola's from 6 years ago.
I'm glad it's still working though.
Yeah. Well, Motorola is usually pretty dependable in that regard. It's just really underpowered. It does what I need it to do, but it's not going to play Monster Hunter now, unfortunately.
Yeah, true. I mean, so like, what is like besides like you making videos on that, what is your like real speculation on Monster Hunter Wilds? Like, what do you truly
Yeah,
think?
it's hard. Right. It's hard to separate what I think Monster Hunter Wilds is going to have to separate that from what I want Monster Hunter Wilds to be. Because those, what I want Monster Hunter Wilds to be is I'm biased. Like I can't objectively, it's hard to get my brain to work like, oh, this is where I think Capcom wants to go. And then here are the reasons why I think that. It's hard for me to do that because I so strongly want it to be a certain thing. What I think, where I think Monster Hunter should go. And so is my mind in the same place the Capcom developers' mind is? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've only been with the series since Try. I mean, it's still 12 years.
Oh wow.
Um, and there's in those 12 years, there are directions I've wanted it to go in, and it has to some degree done that. But um, the the things I've wanted the game to do haven't really been possible until now.
Yeah.
So so I feel like the things I want Wilds to be, I think it might have maybe 50% of what I want it to be. Um, yeah, and so what are those specific things? I want to get rid of maps, right? I don't want to when I join a quest, when I start a quest, I don't want to just get sent to one map. I want the whole thing. I want it all
Oh
in
yeah.
one.
The open world thing.
Yes. Well, yeah, what a lot of people call open world, I would just say one big map. Because like open world implies more of a game design, right? Like where you just kind of wander around and talk to people and get quests from random people in random places. And so I don't think they're what I'd like to have and what I think they would like to have based on the changes they've made throughout the series is one big map, not just separate maps.
Yeah.
Because back in Try, like you had the loading screens in generations up through generations, right? You had loading screens in between areas on a map,
Yeah.
and then World took those loading screens away. But they still had the numbered areas on the map, right? So to me, it kind of felt like the old maps, but you just didn't have the loading screens. But then in there, like there was boundaries everywhere, right? When you're playing World, there are places you can't go. You can see them and you want to go there, but you can't, like in between the areas. But then Rise comes along and they break all those barriers down. And there's a border around the map, and virtually anywhere within that outer border you can travel, right? World isn't like that. World is not like that at all. You have the individual areas and you have these little corridors that you have to travel, from this area, from area 1 to get to area 2. You got to travel along a little corridor, just like the old school. But Rise, you go anywhere.
Yeah.
So the next logical step for me is, all right, you go anywhere, and what's more, all 6 of those maps are all one big map now.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping. And to be honest, I'm trying to like get into video game development, so I was thinking like, yeah, the probably when there's more information about Wilds and it'll confirm to the open world, I guess we get that. But that was my idea, like probably make an open world Monster Hunter game for Capcom. But
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, maybe I should like stay away from the properties and make my own games.
I think that's a great idea, because game development for the individual developer is so much easier now than it ever has been. It's amazingly easier. I mean, look at Stardew Valley, right? You're familiar with that game? Stardew Valley is insanely popular.
Oh yeah.
Tens of millions of copies sold, right?
Mm-hmm.
This game was developed by one person.
Oh yeah.
Period. One person, right? One person. All the graphics, all the programming, all the game design, everything. One guy did it. And he's got to be He's I don't know. I don't know how much money that guy has now. 100 million bucks. I don't know.
Probably.
He's rich.
Yeah.
He's rich now. It's on every platform. It's continually a bestseller week after week. People keep buying this game. Like Minecraft. Minecraft is why do people keep buying Minecraft? You'd think everyone on the planet already has a copy of it by now.
I still have Minecraft and still playing it though.
Yeah. Yes, that's my point. Everyone's playing it and more people buy it every week. You know?
Yeah.
Minecraft was like that too in the beginning. One guy developed Minecraft on his own and did it all. I'm not sure at what version he started bringing people in on his team,
I think it's
but
Java. Oh no, not Java. That's the language for. You were talking about other
yeah,
teams, right?
yeah, no, like early on, like the I remember 2000. Jesus, how long ago was this? 2008, 2009,
Probably
right?
nine.
Back when it was in like in alpha versions, like
Yeah.
pre-release versions of Minecraft, right? That was just one guy doing it. You could buy it for like 15 bucks. You're like, give me 15 bucks and I will give you a license for the game for all of eternity. And I will keep giving you the updates as I get them done. And I remember that and I really wanted to buy it, but I was like, this is kind of weird. I was just hesitant, right? I should have done it back then because it turned out to be such an amazing game. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was just one guy, and people were giving him 15 bucks just so he could pay the rent and keep making the game.
Yeah.
And I don't know what version, like how long into the development process he finally brought people in to help him out. But yeah, today you can do it.
Well,
You can do it easily. Yeah.
it's a shame that he's.
Plus, I don't know if Capcom's going to hire you. So, just to be honest with you,
Maybe
you
like.
probably have to move to Japan, right?
Yeah. Or probably a team up.
Yeah.
I haven't registered a company, but. Yeah, but the process could be very expensive, and I don't have that type of money for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole point of Imaginizers 25 is just entertainment. Yes, there's
Yeah.
Minecraft skits, but come on, I'm trying to like do some animations and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, uh, it's a shame that the guy who made Minecraft isn't there anymore. Probably for good
Well,
reasons.
he sold the company for $2 billion.
Oh yeah,
Billion with a B
yeah, I know.
to Microsoft, right?
Yeah,
$2 billion. God, just imagine you making something and then selling it for 2 billion. I can't fathom it. Like what that's even like.
I mean he, with that money, he did move to like what was it, Billy Hills or and host parties.
Yeah, I have no idea. I didn't really follow him. I just saw that deal like 2 billion.
Well, I
And then
should
I was like,
speechless.
this
Am
is
I right?
crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I
Well,
want $2 billion, Microsoft. Like, what do I gotta do to get that from you? Uh,
well, I did follow up the
Jeez.
story, and yep, maybe I shouldn't because due to his controversial tweets and all that.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. He's went a little off the rails. Maybe it was all that cash,
Yeah,
sniffing the fumes of that cash. I don't know.
yeah. So, yeah, getting back to Monster Wilds. Yeah, besides the open world, there's two themes I wanted. First is crossplay, so we can
Yes.
play with other players with consoles. I mean, with
Yeah.
different consoles.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Different cross-platform play. Yes. Um, that's going to happen. That's going to happen, and the reason why I know that's going to happen is because Capcom. Well, you got to understand why it hasn't happened in the past, right?
Yeah,
Why haven't we had crossplay? Why are most games not crossplay? Um, it's because it takes something special to make crossplay happen. Look at the games that are crossplay. They have their own authentication system, right? They have their own ID.
Oh
So
yeah,
Minecraft, you have to sign up and get a Minecraft
account.
ID or whatever the hell they're calling it. Yeah, a
Actually,
Minecraft account.
actually, it's Microsoft though, considering they bought it.
Right. Yeah, they account system. I remember that. I got a free cape out of it or something for my character when I did that. Uh, the look at things like
Oh
Fortnite,
yeah, Fortnite.
any of the big games that I don't play and am not familiar with, you have to have a special account for them, right? You don't
Oh
just
yeah.
use your Nintendo ID. You don't use your PlayStation ID. You use the Epic ID. You use the publisher's ID system. For crossplay to work, you have to implement a system like that. And Capcom,
Yeah.
up until very recently, has not had a ID system in place, but they have one now.
I was gonna say, when did they make the Capcom ID? Was Street Fighter
Um,
5 or something?
I don't know. I don't know, but I learned about it probably 6 months ago, and it just recently, within the last couple months, they added some new functionality to it. Uh, Exoprimal, a very nice Capcom game, uses the Capcom ID, and Exoprimal is cross-platform play.
I mean, have you seen any PlayStation 4? No, sorry, no, maybe not PlayStation 4. PlayStation or Xbox players? Well, wait, what did you play on?
Um,
Oh,
I play Exoprimal on Steam, and excuse me. Here's the thing. My dinner's coming up. The Capcom ID is so new that when I was playing, I haven't played it in a little bit, but and I think they've actually worked this bug out now. But when I was playing it, you could say it would show you that you're doing cross-platform play, but it didn't really tell you where the other people were coming from. And you couldn't send them friend requests. You couldn't become their buddies or whatever, right?
yeah.
Because that functionality wasn't in the Capcom ID system. That's how new it was. That's how experimental and new it was. You could play with them, but you couldn't play with them again, right? It was just all random matchmaking. You couldn't send them a note and say, hey, let's, add me to your friends list. Let's play again next time. It wasn't possible. I could only do that with other Steam players, and nobody was playing it on Steam. So, in fact, most people were playing it on Xbox because back then it was free on Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, but I couldn't friend anybody, right? Because I could do my cross-platform play, but I couldn't do cross-platform friending because they hadn't built that feature into their ID system yet. I'm pretty sure that feature is there now. I probably should go back and check that out. But long story short, yes, I believe we're going to have it because Exoprimal has it and Capcom has their ID system now. So there's no reason not to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
and even with that one problem though, I still don't know which one to choose it on, the PS5 or
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah.
My brain is still hurting from that.
um, yeah, I'm gonna go PC myself because I don't want to pay $400-500 for another console. I just don't want to do it. I don't have a Xbox or a PlayStation 5, and I don't want one. It's money that I don't have. You know?
And I hope I don't have to like pay for the PlayStation Plus. This
Yeah.
subscription. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, because if you're using the Capcom ID now, you're charging me for playing online. It's like a Sony tax,
That's
right?
insane.
Just so I can play multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, PC, you won't be paying that. So that's something to think about too.
Yeah. And the other thing I wanted are like frontier monsters, obviously.
Yeah,
And you,
yeah,
and you know why? Because of Espinas.
yeah, yeah. We got to Spinas. Just give us more. I think we're gonna see more. I think we're gonna see some of the bigger ones. Some wasn't there one? Isn't that the game where there was the one like a 16-person siege of this one giant like Raviente or something. Was that Frontier?
I don't know. I mean, now people are playing on private servers, so I should
Yeah,
check that. And
yeah,
I hope Capcom doesn't send me a cease and desist because of that.
yeah. Well, just don't make videos on it, and you should be okay.
I did, and they didn't get after me.
Well, they don't know you exist yet, so that's good. Just keep a low profile. Keep
Yeah,
your subscriber count low, don't promote yourself at all, and they won't catch on to it.
yeah, true. But yeah, I did point out saying if Espinas came back, I hope he actually returned to Wilds because he's obviously the flagship of Frontier.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with it. He's cool though. Like I love the fireball that's also poison and also like it's like three different things in once. Like I'm still trying to figure that out. He's hit me with it so many times that I don't even know what's going on.
yeah,
But like multi shot all in one is pretty cool.
yeah. He was a pain in Frontier. It's like, what is happening? It's like, oh, I didn't know that. But with Sunbreak, I can escape his charging attacks. With the
Nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I was just doing that. I was just playing him yesterday. I was trying to get some gameplay footage for an upcoming video, and I'm like, let's just do a Spinus. And he has that triple attack, right? He does this really long hip check, and then he turns around and charges you, and then he turns around and does. And I was dodge bolting every single one, and then my fingers just stopped working, and I failed to go. I did it two or three times though. I was feeling pretty good about myself.
yeah. So yeah, hopefully he'll return, such as the rest of Frontier. So it's like
Yeah,
if he returns, they should return as well. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we'll definitely get a few more. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a few more Frontier monsters.
Yeah.
Because they've already opened it up. They've opened the floodgates by putting Espinas in Sunbreak. What they're saying is, okay, it's legal for us to do this now. We can do it. We have done it. We can stop pretending that Frontier doesn't exist, and then we can poach a few more monsters from it.
Well, I mean, in the Capcom Summer Showcase, they did admit that he was from Frontier,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
from the Monster Hunter Frontier series. Like they
yeah,
admitted,
yeah.
but I think the only difficulties with that is Online. You knew.
Oh, the Monster Hunter Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that too. I don't know much about that at all.
I mean, the only information we can get from is the fandom
Yeah, yeah.
or that channel that was doing it before it was shut down.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot his
They got
name.
shut down? Like, did they get a cease and desist or did he just stop making videos?
Oh, the guy? Oh no, he probably still continue like reviews and all that, but from his previous from the previous recordings, I think. I don't know. I haven't
Hmm.
checked up on him or his
Yeah,
channel. Last time I
yeah,
contacted him, it was trying to see if I could revive online. Probably
yeah,
that didn't happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's another thing, right? Capcom has dabbled in this idea of a lot of people playing all at once in a shared world.
Hmm.
And so, like, the portable games and the console games have been very limited. You get four hunters on a quest. World was the big exception where you could have 16 people in your lobby. You could still only have four on a quest,
Yeah.
but 16 people in a lobby was amazing. That was really cool. But they've dabbled, like Frontier had far more than four on some quests, right? And then yeah,
Usually they have 4 person per quest.
well, I'm pretty sure that they had some quests where you could have more than that.
Hmm.
Pretty sure. But regardless, Capcom has tried to make bigger games, right? Bigger, grander things than just the typical, four people in a room together. So I think that's another thing that Wilds is going to show us. There's going to be more a sense a greater sense that there are more hunters in the world with you than just the four of you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I think it's going to be there.
Yeah. I. Yeah, it probably might work.
Yeah, like if you have one big map, and let's say you have 4 or 5 villages, maybe a city on the map somewhere. Why, and World had 16-person lobbies, and World was PlayStation 4. World is ancient technology. Like that game is old,
Yeah.
and is running on an old game engine. They squeezed a lot out of that game engine.
Empty
16 empty framework. Yeah. It's like
My bad.
just squeeze every last drop out of it you can before we move over to RE engine.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, 16-person lobbies. So imagine even if they just brought back 16, right? 16-person lobbies, they wouldn't really be lobbies anymore. You got 16 people in your world. So whether they're all in one village with you or they're scattered across multiple villages, they're there with you connecting. And so you can communicate with them. You can join quests with them. And so if there's 16, why stop at 16? Why not 32? Why not 100? What difference is it going to make? The technology today is amazing. It's not PlayStation 4 technology anymore. We've got you got a PlayStation 5 right there. Yeah. Is that what I see right behind you? That thing is a quite powerful PC is what it is, running Sony's operating system. It really is. The hardware is PC hardware, and it's very powerful. It's very capable.
I mean, it did run Monster World smoothly.
I hope so. I sure hope so.
I
Yeah.
actually play on it.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey, uh, yeah, I was thinking of something about yeah. What? I'm sorry. I was trying to think of something about Wilds, but I couldn't think about it.
That's all right. Um, so yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of people in Wilds.
Yeah.
A lot of people in your game session. Yes, like you said, Frontier Monsters, definitely. One big map is gonna be cool. The trailer though had some cool stuff in it, right?
Oh yeah.
And is you got the sword on your back
Yeah.
and the gun in a pouch around your waist. What's up with that?
Yeah. I know. That's a wait. Now that's what I was thinking about. Do you Do you think it's gonna take place in the new world or the old world?
That's a good question. Um, I think it's going to take place in a new world, not the new world, but a new world, right? I think actually, honestly, I think we're going to have um, village that's familiar to us that we've seen in a previous game, and then I think we're going to have some aspect of the new world, the Monster Hunter 5 world, and then I think the vast majority of it is going to be all new, totally new to us. So we're going to have just to draw in fans of both camps, so to speak, right? Because Rise Sunbreak is very retro. We got the retro maps. Is my voice still okay? I'm getting weird. We got the retro maps, which are awesome, especially coming from Tri. I started in Tri, Flooded Forest, Sandy Plains. Those are two amazing maps, and they the way they redid them for Rise is cool. But I think they're going to want to bring in people from the old school group, the people who are nostalgic for old school Monster Hunter. So maybe throw, I don't know, it'd be, I don't know. I won't go there. But for me, starting with Tri, the deserted island with the village right there. Like put that in the game. Wow. I don't think I'd leave. I would just play that nonstop. But then, then there's a lot of people who got their start with World.
Yeah.
Most people, most people who've played Monster Hunter got their start playing Monster Hunter World. So I think they're going to have some aspect of World in there too. Yeah. See, because
Yeah.
they want you to feel comfortable and familiar in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. My first Monster Hunter game was actually World. But
Yeah.
I did say I recalled seeing some Monster Hunter games before World was released.
Yeah. Yeah. So what made you decide to jump in at World, like finally take the plunge when World came out?
Probably it's fun. Jacksepticeye was playing it.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't get enough views for him, but come on,
Yeah.
he's a popular YouTuber. What do you
Yeah.
and oh yeah, going and the real reason why I thought this speculation is because when Rodacon actually made a video on it, thinking it was the New World, and
Yeah.
I commented, "How do you know it might be from the New World?" And I wasn't expecting him to reply because usually one of these big creators don't like reply to small ones. He
Right.
did.
Yeah.
He
Good.
did, and actually said it's just speculations. And he said
Yeah.
the font might be the one for that.
Say that again.
Yeah, I know we were cutting off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He said the font was the could be the New World or something.
Yes, the font on the trailer for Wilds is where it says Monster Hunter. It looks like the Monster Hunter font from Monster Hunter World. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, that's yeah, I mean that's a good point. Just in terms of, is this Capcom saying, all right, let's is it just to kind of make people who started with World feel comfortable with the trailer, or is it my hair's kind of messed up here,
it's fine.
indicative of where the game's gonna go?
Yeah,
You know, just based on the logo. Logos can change, fonts can change. I don't know.
sure.
Probably won't. So, but again, is it just like, all right, everyone was expecting World 2, everyone was expecting a sequel to World. Most of our fans are, is Capcom saying, most of our fans are World fans, so let's kind of make the graphic design look like World. Or yeah, maybe they're going back to the New World. I honestly, me personally, I didn't like the New World. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for the seriousness of it. I didn't care for um the uh the characters. Like they just all seem so bland and generic to me. Um and the handler,
Yeah,
so many people love the handler, and I'm one of those people who just cannot stand
yeah.
the handler. I'm in that group. So I don't want to return to the new world.
I mean, you have a one per one character from Monster Hunter 4, and they came to the New World. The excitable one.
Yeah,
Turns out
yeah,
his real name is Aiden.
yeah. I can't even remember. I don't even remember.
He's the one with the orange mohawk and gets excited, make monster jokes.
Oh, like the Ace Cadet
Yeah,
from four? Yeah, yeah. He's in. Isn't he in Rise as well?
I think that's a different
Is that a different one? Yeah. Um. Yes, and so fine, one guy. I always hated him in four. I didn't like that guy at all. They brought the my least favorite NPC from four and stuck him in World.
I mean,
So I couldn't stand that guy.
if you watch the Netflix movie Legend of the Guild, it has more names
Yes.
than him.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched a sample, like a 2 or 3 minute segment of that, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do that either.
Hey, it's better than Paul W S Anderson's one.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got that movie. I just haven't watched it yet. I'm afraid to watch it. I think I want to record myself watching it and like do a live reaction video.
Yeah.
Um, and then, people can put the movie side by side with my video and just sort of watch it with me. And I think that'll be fun. I want to capture my first reaction to the video or to the movie, right?
Yeah.
On video. So uh, that's going to be a project
Yeah.
because I know it's going to be bad. I know I'm going to hate it. I know I'm going to laugh at it. I know
Yeah.
I'm going to cringe. I know I'm going to shake my head a lot. I know all these things are going to happen. So why not record it?
Yeah, true. But yeah. Besides, since we're gonna have to be waiting for 2025 to happen for the game
Oh,
release.
yeah, that was like the biggest disappointment for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, because like the timing doesn't line up at all with the release schedule.
As
I mentioned that before. Capcom has told us they want a Monster Hunter every 2.5 years,
yeah.
and so here we are. Rise comes out. I don't even remember the exact date, but 2.5 years after Rise releases, we're all getting excited. Oh, the next Monster Hunter has got to be coming out soon. What drops almost exactly to the date 2.5 years after Rise? Monster Hunter Now. That's what we get.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's disappointment number one.
I mean, you know what? People are hyping for a long time, and they've been waiting for decades. GTA 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's how long GTA 5's been out for over a decade now, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it that old?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Everyone was rooting for GTA 6 to happen.
Yeah. Well, GTA 5 has made so much money. I think it's made like $10 billion or something. It's in the billions of dollars that game has made.
Yeah.
Like what are people spending money on there?
Probably remakes of old GTA games.
Well, like I mean no, just GTA 5 alone. Just GTA 5 alone has made billions of dollars. And it's not just the purchasing the game. It's like some type of in-game purchases, like the online portion of it. You I don't play it, so I don't know, but
Yeah.
what do you like when you play GTA online, what are you paying for? What do you buy in the game?
I think you buy GTA dollars, I think. Like
Yeah. I mean, right, but then what do you spend them on in game? Like guns and drugs and hookers and stuff like that? I mean, what?
I think guns.
Yeah, okay. Bigger guns, faster cars. I don't know. Tattoos, ice
Or
cream.
haircuts. I mean, people are joking about the GTA haircuts. Like,
Oh
example,
yeah,
imagine that your character goes bald, but then they magically put hair on you.
nice. Yeah. So, maybe they make you go bald over time, and then you got to pay for like the hair treatment, like the Rogaine or whatever, the
Yeah.
hair restoration, or like a graft, a skin graft.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, what's next? We had to wait a decade for Red Dead Redemption 3?
Do you think they're gonna make that?
I don't know. I mean, was
Was how popular was Red Dead Redemption 2?
I think very popular. Like,
Yeah.
it was released in
I
2019, so
I didn't play either of those two. So I don't know. I don't know much about them. Haven't really. It's like it's like Wild West. It's like wow. I'm not excited about the Wild West. Which
yeah,
I mean, to bring it back to Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm kind of afraid that Monster Hunter Wilds has like a Wild West theme.
eh,
And if it's with monsters, okay, I can handle that. But just straight up Wild West, no, I'm not into that. A lot of people are obviously, and it's kind of cool, but
yeah,
I'd rather fight monsters. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna make a version 3 or not.
yeah,
Who'd have thought they'd be up to GTA 6?
yeah. I just got a notification, and it came from your channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's going on over there? Everybody having fun over there while we're talking?
Yeah. I mean, to keep us going, we had to focus on the games that are going to be releasing this year.
Okay.
Like, my list for that is Dragon's Dogma 2 and Black Myth Wong Kong.
Speaking of Dragon's Dogma 2, speaking of why Wilds is delayed so long, I think it's because of Dragon's Dogma 2, right?
Yeah.
Because people are like, "Oh, we're gonna get the next Monster Hunter in December." Nope. We're gonna get it in January or March of 2024. Nope. We're getting Dragon's Dogma 2 in March of 2024. That's our Monster Hunter for 2024 is a Dragon's Dogma 2.
And
And I
yeah,
think that's why it's pushed back, right? I think Capcom pushed Wilds back so that we'll all get so bored that we buy Dragon's Dogma 2.
I mean, we've been waiting a decade for that one as well.
Yeah. Well, some people have. I mean, it wasn't that popular, was it? Dragon's Dogma 1,
I am not sure.
couple million in sales. I mean, that's pretty popular. That's pretty good for a video game, but it's not Monster Hunter. Um, but yeah, they've been hyping that pretty big. I'm not that interested in it only because I played Dragon's Dogma 1. Well, I started it. And it's like all cutscenes. It's all cutscenes for the first 2 or 3 hours
Yeah.
of the game. I just want to play. I just want to fight things and hit things with a rusty old sword. And they got me talking to people and wandering around rooms and clicking on things and listening to cutscenes and there's dragons and dogmas and like I just can't get into it. I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
I don't.
So,
So I'm not that hyped about the sequel. Maybe I mean the sequel's probably going to be amazing. All right, but the hype isn't there for me right now.
yeah, that kind of ruined that, to be honest. Like, you have so many quests. It's like, what are you supposed to do? They didn't tell you.
Yeah,
The problem is, and that goes with Elden Ring, they didn't tell you what your main objection is.
yeah. You just kind of wander around till somebody gives you something to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Elden Ring, though, popular game. I don't know. People really dug that when it came out. There was like a lot of hype for that, and it was sustained. Like people just kept playing it and talking about it, making videos about it, and what I saw looked pretty cool.
yeah,
But I haven't played that one either. But
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't play a lot of games right now. I have in the past, but like for me, Monster Hunter's my game. Rise. I went back to 3U about a month ago and played some of that on my Wii U. Played World a couple weeks back. I got a couple videos on World that I'm making, but Monster Hunter is my focus. I've played a few things on my Switch, smaller games, indie games, and but man, I haven't played a lot of games over the last year. I can say that honestly. And I don't, you said with games, upcoming games. I don't even know what's coming out this year. What else have we got to look forward to?
huh, that's a good one. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Like,
Well, you know what? Let's take a quick look. That's why we have the internet, right? So let's see.
yeah,
Games
true.
releasing in 2024. Let's see if I can get hyped about any of these. All right. So, GameSpot.com 2024 upcoming games release schedule. Here we go. Table of contents. January.
Huh.
We're already in January.
Probably has already been released by the time we speak or
What
something.
is today? The 20th already? Are you kidding me? It's January 20th right now. The last time I looked at my calendar was January 17th. Where is the time gone? Okay. Oh, here's something amazing. People are going to love this. The Last of Us Part 2
Oh yeah,
remastered PlayStation 5. This is like what, the fifth release of The Last of Us Part 2?
yeah.
Isn't it? Like how many different versions of Last of Us Part 2 are out right now?
I
We
have
got
no
another
idea.
one. Um, okay, Prince of Persia. Oh, I loved Prince of Persia,
Yeah.
The Sands of Time. Sands of Time for GameCube, I think I played that on. Amazing game. So apparently 2 days ago, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown released.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say what company
I
didn't make that?
I don't know who's making that anymore. Back then, I think it was, I want to say it was Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Um, I might play Prince of Persia. That's cool. Let's see down the list. Like a Dragon. That's isn't that like Yakuza?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that might be cool. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
And that's a funny story for that. So when they announced like they decided like have the characters got like be dead or something, and in Japan in real life they actually have a funeral for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, so January sucks. I'm gonna say January's a bust. February. What do we got for February? Here's something amazing. 2024 is gonna be a great year for gaming.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. All right, I'm being sarcastic. I That just sounds like a terrible game to me.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
movies were terrible. Justice League movies were terrible. Let's make a video game on both of them together.
yeah. I mean the Suicide Squad. Yeah. The.
Yeah, and the Avengers game. You remember that thing?
Oh yeah.
Like even like my nephews play video games all the time. Okay? Like they play video like 20 hours a day. They sleep 4 hours, they play video games 20 hours. Um uh they got the Avengers when it released. They got it on release date and they played it and they beat it in like 2 days or something. These guys will play anything. And I asked them, what did you think of the Avengers game? And they're like, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like even they don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't imagine that Suicide Squad's gonna be any better. I mean, prove me wrong. Like I hope I'm proved wrong. I want games to be awesome. I want people who play games and buy games. I want them to get their money's worth. So I hope it's great, but
Yeah.
ugh.
Same time. Yeah.
Um just a bunch of remakes. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster.
Oh,
All
damn.
right, February is going to be garbage. Let's see. What's in March?
Probably
Um,
that. Did you say the Black Myth Wong Kong?
I don't see that one yet. Dragon's Dogma 2, mentioned that one. I think Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to own March because everything else here, you know what it's up against?
Oh.
Taxi Life, a cab driving simulator. Uh,
Was it like gonna be like Goat Simulator?
yeah, probably very much like Ghost Simulator. All right, this must be a terrible list because I'm not seeing a lot of stuff. Um, April, we've got nothing. May, we have one. How old is this list?
I don't know.
Hellblade 2 is coming up in May.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
this isn't an old list. It's just a terrible list. Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is in May. I heard that was decent, so that might be a big release. June, we've got Destiny 2, The Final Shape. Is that like an expansion or something?
I think. I mean, they're always
Um,
putting in expansions.
yeah, there's nothing for July. This is a terrible list. Okay, August we have Black Myth Wukong.
Oh,
August
August.
20th. Yeah. And September Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Didn't we just get a Warhammer 40,000 game recently?
I think, or there probably might be a DLC.
I think yeah, it might actually be. This is a terrible list because October, November, December are blank, and then just a bunch of to be announced. So I don't know. I guess all the good stuff is in the to be announced section. This is just a bad list because they've got duplicates. So let's find a better list. Um, Game Informer. See if Game Informer is any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Game Informer's got better titles here. February, um, Mario versus Donk. Was this the right year? I swear that's already come.
Or at least
One.
it is a remake.
Yeah, this is just weird. Um, March, Alone in the Dark. Was that a remake or 2024 version?
Wow.
Homeworld 3 in March. South Park Snow Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of interesting titles anywhere. This is just another bad list. I don't have a good source for upcoming games.
Yeah.
How about Polygon? Let's try Polygon. This is game journalism for you, folks. All right.
All
I
right.
went to the top 3 game journalistic websites and they suck.
Yeah.
Okay. They can't even tell us what games are coming up.
Yeah. I just had a bad feeling that this year's gonna be worse for gaming. I mean, they criticize Unreal Engine for being the worst game
Yeah.
engine, and yeah, I use Unreal Engine for things like games and all that.
Yeah. I mean, Unreal, it is what it is. If you know how to use it, you can do great things with it, you know. It's probably very complicated to make it work well.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I forgot. Hogwarts Legacy was made with Unreal Engine. It's actually a great game.
Yeah. I heard that it run I haven't played it myself.
I'm sorry. What did you say? It
I
kind
heard
of.
that I heard that the Hogwarts game doesn't run very well on certain platforms, like
Oh yeah.
Switch, for example. I heard it had some issues on PC too. Is that true?
I'm not sure. I haven't played it. My friend did. And of course, I'm playing it again.
Lure of it, but Harry Potter's huge, so I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it again. So I was saying that my friend did. So I didn't play Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah. Princess Peach Showtime,
Okay.
March. That's what Dragon's Dogma is up against. That's going to be the big competition. Princess Peach is the protagonist. It's an action adventure game.
Yeah.
Sword fighter, pastry chef, kung fu. Um, yeah, save her at-risk show at the Sparkle Theater. That's just what I'm reading here. Probably going to be cool. I'm going to be honest with you. That's right now sounds more interesting to me than Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah. I was gonna say, isn't that?
Probably because I think I could just pick it up and play it, right? Dragon's Dogma 2 is an investment, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta block off hours of my schedule to play Dragon's Dogma 2.
I was gonna say, isn't like that game like the origins of Peach and how she became a princess?
I don't know, but if it is, that would be cool.
Yeah. I was gonna
That would
say,
be very cool.
how could they consider her a princess when she's a human and they have like mushroom people?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch the Mario movie. Doesn't it explain in the Mario movie how that all happened?
For spoiler reasons, I'm just gonna spread it out. So apparently they found her like as a baby and as a pipe in a like the pipe tunnels.
Right, right.
So
Wow, abandoned in a pipe. That's sad and disturbing.
I don't
That's quite disturbing, actually.
I
To
don't
find a
think she's a
baby abandoned in a pipe,
I don't think
in a
she's a
sewer
bandit.
pipe.
I don't think
What? Is that
she's
what
a
we're talking about right now?
no, no, I don't think she's a bandit. I think she's lost or something.
Okay, all right. She just crawled away. She's an infant, crawled away from her crib, climbed out of the crib, out, unlocked the door, reached the door handle 3 feet above her head, wandered across the lawn, fell down a sewage drain pipe, and ended up in the Mushroom Kingdom. I don't know.
They did explain that.
I, I think her parents were just having second thoughts about that baby, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And now we're on an episode of Law and Order.
I mean, what? Uh, uh, I mean, they didn't explain how things are happening. Like, why? How she find the pipe in the first place, and how if or is she adopted by the king and queen of the Mushroom Kingdom? That's my question. Maybe I have to repeat it again. Like, alright, I can wait. Okay, maybe I have to edit this out. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, little reconnect there. Okay.
Okay, as I was saying, is that so what? My theory is like they didn't explain to us how she found the pipe in the first place, or if
Right.
she was adopted by the king and queen of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's just like we'll make her princess.
Yeah. Why not? Right. You find a human infant, of course you're going to make her a princess. What else would you do?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Arc 2. Arc 2's coming out this year, apparently.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the dinosaur open world game.
yeah, when Arc first launched, it was really terrible. But then they like re-released it or something, right? They finally finished the game and updated it, and so now it's apparently pretty cool. And sequel coming out this year. Let's hope the sequel is a finished product when it launches.
Good point. Good point. And I think this one had like what Vin Diesel or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a nice one. Cat Quest 3. I'm not no sarcasm here. I've played through the entirety of Cat Quest, the original Cat Quest, and it was an amazing game. Awesome game. Very simple game, but really, really cool. Cat Quest 3. I just started Cat Quest 2. Haven't gone back to it yet, but Cat Quest 3, it's coming.
What is it, like cats or something?
It's cats. It's cats. That's what it is. It's all right. Imagine have you ever played Diablo
Oh yeah.
or
No,
Diablo
no.
2?
I didn't. I don't think I played Diablo, but I know what the concept is.
You know the concept of Diablo.
Yeah.
It's Diablo. Yeah, let's call it Diablo 2. It's closer to Diablo 2 because Diablo is more horror. Diablo 2 is more adventure with the gothic theme.
Yeah.
Um, Cat Quest is like Diablo 2 for 5-year-olds. It's cats, right? You
Yeah.
get different weapons. You you clear.
All right. Again with these lags.
Um, you can edit those out, right?
Yeah, I can.
Cat Quest, simple enough for a 5-year-old to play, engaging enough for a fully grown adult to enjoy.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Looking for more interesting things. What is this? Elden Ring? Oh, it's an Elden Ring expansion. Okay. To be determined, but apparently coming out this year.
Yeah.
More Final Fantasy remakes. Hades 2.
Oh
Still
yeah.
haven't played Hades yet.
That is a good game.
Hades, you like that one?
I haven't played it, but
Yeah, I heard it's pretty cool too. I need to play it.
yeah.
Nothing really crazy on these lists though. I'm shocked. Like they're just gonna shadow drop all the big titles this year. Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah. What the hell?
Maybe. I mean, is it just Peach and Dragon's Dogma 2 that's just gonna carry 2024 for us,
I think so.
right?
Or that Black
Oh,
Myth.
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Wait, no, that's H. Isn't Luigi's Mansion 2 already out?
Yeah, on a 3DS.
Yeah. No.
I actually played Louis. No, that's Dark Moon that I played.
Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Luigi's Mansion 2 already came out. Apparently that's coming out this year.
Yeah. I mean, I did play Dark Moon in a 3DS, so I'm not
That's
sure
all I
if
got,
it's
man.
two.
I don't know. I don't know what else is coming out.
I think,
Obviously not Monster Hunter.
yeah, right now, unless there's new updates on Monster Hunter now.
I think I lost your audio. I can't, for some reason, can't hear your audio.
Yeah. What is? One second.
Are you muted?
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yeah, it just cut out again.
Can you hear me?
It's cutting in and out. I heard that.
Okay. Now? Or no?
I heard that. Yeah, okay, I think you're back.
Okay, good. I've been like playing. I played Dark Moons. I don't know.
No, you're gone again. What is up with that? Maybe try reconnecting again.
Yeah. All right. Now can you hear me?
Yeah. I got you now.
God
Maybe.
damn, we're having problems. Right. Okay.
Okay, I think you're back. I think your audio's back.
Okay, good. Ah, ay, ay, ay. But yeah, the probably the Peach and like I said, Peach and Dragon's Dogma will keep it interesting for this year. But yeah, I mean,
We're gonna peak. We're gonna peak in March, and it seems like everything after that is gonna be a remake or an expansion, right? Like we're getting more Final Fantasy remakes. We're getting expansions to games that are just entirely expansions. Like Destiny 2 is just one expansion after another. A couple sequels though, Ark sequel, Cat Quest 3. But come on, where are the big titles? Where are the big think about the major publishers. Capcom's a major publisher, right? So we're getting Dragon's Dogma 2
yeah,
and Ace Attorney. Like, was that it? Are we going to get another Resident Evil 4 remake this year? We got four of them, right? We got four different versions of Resident Evil 4.
oh
Let's
yeah.
get it. Let's go for a fifth one.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're still working on the Resident Evil 9, or
Yeah, yeah. Whatever we're up to there. Well, look at other big publishers. Nintendo. Okay, so Nintendo's in a weird spot right now, right?
yeah,
They're in that twilight zone, that twilight area where the Switch is nearing not end of life, but the last months or last year or so before the next console comes out. So they release titles, but they don't release their big titles, right? So Nintendo is holding those back for whatever console they're going to announce, hopefully soon for a holiday launch this year. Maybe that's a little too ambitious. I don't know. But it seems like the way they're pushing out these, third tier titles, like Mario versus Donkey Kong, that's all they've got for us right now. And plus, who knows how good the Peach game is.
Yeah.
Um, but that's what we're getting from Nintendo right now. So that to me, that's the signal that says we got a new console coming up soon. We're saving the big names like another Zelda game or the new Mario Kart for that console.
I was gonna say,
So
okay, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Do you think they're gonna make like another sequel after Tears of the Kingdom?
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a trilogy. Uh, from what I've heard, Tears of the Kingdom is basically an expansion. It's a full game, right? It's a full separate game, but it plays like it's an expansion of Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
So, which kind of makes sense. So I don't think we're going to see a third sequel in that series. I think we'll get something entirely new for Link. And whatever it is, they've kept it under wraps, right? Breath of the Wild was in development for God, so how long? 8 years before
Yeah.
it released. So whatever the next Zelda game is, they're already working on it. They're just not going to say anything about it right now.
Well,
It's
hopefully,
top secret.
hopefully they should do like traveling
Yeah.
because if you like look at my channel, I do a thing called the ID25 Tales series. Basically Zelda, but
Okay.
no Zelda, no Hyrule.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I did one called Dragon Blood, which is supposed to be like Zelda but Silent Hill.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a crossover right there.
Yeah. Where
Zelda but Silent Hill.
yeah. Where I actually well, there's the thing, our twist. Ganondorf is actually the agent,
Yeah.
an FBI agent.
Nice.
Yeah. I just
That's
hope
crazy.
let's just hope they release say something about that remake of Silent Hill 2 because I've been waiting for that.
Yeah. Hmm. I did hear something about that. Let's see if there's any info there. Where can Zelda and Link go from here though? I mean, Breath of the Wild was just such an amazing game. Just so
I know.
I don't even know how to describe how amazing the game is, just in its scope, in the gameplay, like the open worldness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of it was kind of cheesy there for a while, like when you first had to unlock all those towers. I don't even remember what they were called, but it was like an Ubisoft game where you got to go around and climb the towers and unlock portions of the map or something. But beyond that, like aside from that, like pretty amazing game. How do you top that? How do you make something new, you know, that's different enough from that, but also an awesome game?
Yeah. I can I can see your point though.
I mean, really, where would you go with it? Are you a Zelda fan? Do you like the Zelda series?
Yeah.
Where would you go? Where would you go with it?
I'm not sure. Like they're probably gonna make like HD versions of the games, but I was hoping like they do like remakes, like like we had Twilight Princess HD, but we should have a
Right.
remake of that.
Yeah.
Use
Yeah.
Unreal Engine and
Unreal Engine. Twilight Princess and Unreal Engine.
that'd be
Oh
the
my
first
goodness.
time. Wouldn't be the first time a Nintendo exclusive game was made with Unreal Engine.
Really? What was the when did they do that before?
Yoshi's Woolly World. If you,
Is that Unreal Engine?
yeah,
Wow.
I mean
That's crazy.
it was developed by a different game studio, but yeah, it's a
Oh,
Nintendo
okay.
exclusive. And Pikmin
Oh,
4.
okay. Pikmin 4 is Unreal Engine?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Love Pikmin.
Eh, wait, hold on. Okay, now there we go. I got you back.
Yeah, I love Pikmin. I haven't played Pikmin 3, um, 4, 5, 6, whatever, whatever. I played Pikmin the original. It was awesome on GameCube. Uh, it's so much fun. Cool game. Um, and where do you go from, how do you make sequels to Pikmin? You just keep remaking the same game with different, slightly different features. But like Zelda, every version of Zelda has been pretty different from the previous ones.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. And I don't know. I don't even know where you could go. I don't think they would keep the same. I guess this to answer your question, do you think there'll be a third one or another sequel to it? I don't think they will. I don't think the next Zelda is going to be like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I think they're going to go somewhere new.
Yeah.
I think they kind of have to. Otherwise, it'll just feel like they're stagnating. You know, that's a series that they've have innovated on quite a bit. Unlike Mario Kart, like Mario Kart's the same game, just new tracks, new graphics. Maybe an extra item here and there. Um, it's cool, and I've played most versions of Mario Kart and enjoyed them, but it's largely the same game. But how can you even that's a game where you can't make it different, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Zelda's the type of game where you could make something very different from what came previously.
Yeah. Exactly. I, I can see that. I mean, yeah. I would just. I mean, if there was a possible third one, I don't know. Nintendo should have me as like voice of one of the future links.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's start a petition. I'll contact I'll hit up all my contacts over there at Nintendo and have them give you a call.
If they
So
have.
get your portfolio ready, okay? Get those voice acting samples ready for them.
I mean, here's my example for this one. I can do Shadow because obviously all the distorted voice that he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
Uh,
do some of the action sequences for it as well.
yeah.
Uh, be great. Are you interested in a voice acting pursuing voice acting at all?
Yes. I
Yeah.
do that in my videos, but I don't do them professionally. Wish I could,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
uh, the only time
Hey, it's
uh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say it's easier than ever now. Just like program, it's easier now to get into voice acting than it is to program your own game, and it's pretty darn easy to program your own game.
Yeah. So I did one with and it kind of hurts my throat. Like
Oh boy.
like I mentioned, like doing the shadow is a little because you have to go like this, being edgy and all. And I did
Nice.
that in VR chat when I explore a shadow. No, sorry, no, my bad. A Sonic hub there,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, why not doing shadow through the entire video?
Nice.
It's like, hello, it's me, Shadow. Shadow the I can't take myself seriously. I mean, I did voice a couple dinosaurs. If you've seen it, like I have like dinosaurs in there. Like I know it's weird. Don't ask me why. I do Rex with his weird voice. Yes. Even though I heard it very like a British man because obviously baryonyx. I don't know. I just like to do like where they're found.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, if he's found in England, he should have an accent, okay? He should have an English accent.
Yeah. I mean, I did like. Here's the thing. So there's an animated thing I want to do that is 2D, inspired by obviously Billy Bob. Are you familiar with that?
No.
are you familiar with Has Been All Tell or Hell of a Boss?
No.
Uh, so one of these
Striking out here. I'm striking out.
one of these indie animation studios. So like, I had two voice characters, but I was thinking to have like different ones, such as Brandon Rogers and Richard Horvix. I don't know if you've seen any Brendan Rodgers videos.
No. Strike three. I'm out. That's next batter up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
like
not I haven't really gotten into a lot of that stuff. But yeah, there's a guy, there's a Monster Hunter YouTuber who does voice acting. He told me he's a professional voice actor, so I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. I don't know what he's done. He didn't show me anything that he's done, but and it just seems like people are voice actors and you don't even know it. Like they'd have to tell you, you know? And I think they like it that way because, right, like why else go into voice acting if like it's the best job to have if you don't want anyone to recognize you, right? Because it's just your voice, you know, your face. You don't become famous. You know, you can walk down the street and people won't come up to you. You could be making millions of dollars as a voice actor and no one would know who you are when you walk down the street.
yeah.
So it's an amazing gig. Like if you want some level of anonymity, but you also want to be, you know, in show business, that's the best way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah. There's lots of things to do.
Yeah. That's the cool thing. I mean, when I was growing up, you know, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have anything. We had nothing. It was like horse and buggies. We had a telegraph. We would send telegrams to people. You know, we didn't even have telephones. You couldn't talk. You had to write out the message and they charged you by the word. So you had to write it. It was as few words as possible. So, you know, because it was so expensive to send messages to people. But today, man, wow, we're here in a video. This is like when I was a child, what we're doing right now was science fiction. Okay. You could only get this in science fiction movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
And in fact, the TV shows usually didn't even have the budget to fake this stuff. All right. But here we are doing it. It's crazy. It's just insane. Like if you grew up in this, you have no idea. It's like you just have no idea. It's crazy. And you can draw things directly into the computer. You can talk into it, record it. You can produce a professional level movie. You can produce a professional level music album.
Yeah.
You can be a voice actor in one state, working with people all the way across the world if you want, with animators in Taiwan because they're cheaper there. And it's just amazing. So, yeah, I mean, it's all wide open now. It's crazy. Just crazy. That's my old man rant for you right there. Take advantage of what you got. These kids don't know what they have these days.
Yeah.
You don't know how good you have it, son.
Yeah. True.
You don't just have a microphone, okay? You have a pop filter on your microphone. Do you know when I found out what a pop filter was? It was like 5 years ago. All right. We didn't know what pop filter. We knew what microphones were. We didn't know what pop filters were. Like the only people who had pop filters, the only people who had those were professional music studios.
Oh yeah.
That's it. right? And you watch like a behind the scenes documentary on a, you know, famous pop star, and you see him in the recording booth, and there's this round disc in front of the microphone, and the mic is hanging above their head, and they're standing up, and their voices are up like this, and like, what is that weird disc in front of the microphone? Nobody knew what it was. Now everyone's got one. Not just like they probably cost $1,000 back then. I bought mine for $10.
Bought mine for 20.
Yeah, well, I think you paid too much for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same thing, but it's like we just take this stuff for granted, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
These kids don't know what they got these days.
I had this for a
Like
while.
this. Oh, what am I even looking at over there?
Just a podcast mic. The
Nice. Yeah. What's the one you're talking into right now?
this.
Yeah. What is it? What brand is that one?
Um, oof. It's a um, Maman or something. I don't know. I'm butchering the name.
It's just a microphone. See, like we don't even know or care. Just you can buy microphones. You can buy them at a secondhand store now. They're everywhere.
This one always picks up like unwanted sounds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so luckily I got one with the arm, so I can
Nice.
have it close to me.
Yeah, get right up in it. Yep.
Eh.
I got the Yeti. You can't even see it on here because there's no light on it and it's black. But this is the Yeti, the blue Yeti, the old classic. Like this thing is this thing is ancient now, but it's really nice. And I can get right up in like the pop filter and the little foam cover. I'm like 3-4 inches away from it, and so I can turn the gain way down, cuts the background noise down to almost nothing, and it works great. Yeah, this is crazy. I would have this stuff right here when I was growing up. This microphone would have cost like $1,000,
Yeah.
and this computer technology didn't exist. You couldn't do this at home. You had to go to a recording studio to do this kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Cameras. Oh man. Freaking, I have 3 cameras around me right now. Like we had VHS camcorders
Oh yeah.
back then. That's all we could do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love this stuff, man. I love it. I love all this.
Yeah. Eh. So, besides all
Oh, here's
games, yeah, you say you don't like normally like wow.
editing keyboard. $5,000 when I was growing up. This I got for a couple $100, and it's still overpriced, right?
Yeah.
It's just a fancy keyboard. Nothing special. It probably cost them $20 to manufacture this or less, and they mark it way up. It's just a bunch of buttons. That's all it is, buttons and a knob.
Nice. So.
Okay, back to interesting things. Yeah.
So, you say you definitely don't normally go outside, right?
Oh, I do. I was mostly joking, but the Pokemon Go, like, I don't know. It was just a time in my life when I didn't want to walk around a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
I would have if Monster Hunter Now ran on my phone, I'd have been running around the block.
Yeah.
Just all day, a couple hours a day, just fighting Raytheons, attacking parked cars and stuff.
I may not like to like socialize with the world, but I do like to travel through like themes, and that's why I got
Nice.
a bucket list of state parks in New York.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's getting crazy there. So I was thinking to like move to a different state. So I
Yeah.
thought, why not doing that?
Yeah.
Luckily,
There's
I have a camera for this.
nice.
Got it from Timu. No, I shouldn't trust it.
Nice.
I promised myself not to buy things from Timu, but the GoPros are expensive as hell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they are. There's some nice cheap knockoffs though that work pretty good.
yeah, hopefully this should be good. I haven't tested that one yet.
So what are some items on your bucket list?
Like I don't know, like Erie State Park,
Hmm.
the one from the one in the Eternal Flame front in Orchard. You know, like Buffalo Bills or something.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um,
Yeah, I've been to the city of Buffalo before.
nice. Yeah. How'd you like it?
It's not bad, but
Yeah. Last time I was in Buffalo was really run down. It just wasn't a pleasant experience. But
yeah.
that was a long time ago.
What happened? What like?
No, it's just like because like Buffalo, you look at cities around the Great Lakes.
Oh yeah,
They're all like Detroit, Erie, Pennsylvania, Buffalo, New York. Um, all these cities are just so run down. Like they used to be big in industrious booming cities in the 50s and 60s,
oh
and
yeah,
they're not anymore. They haven't been for a long time. Like people moving out. So there's abandoned houses everywhere. Businesses going out of business. Um,
yeah,
just they don't have any tax revenue, so they can't, develop their infrastructure. The roads don't are in disrepair. It's just like they're just dying cities.
yeah. Fortunately,
So it's just kind of sad. That's all.
yeah, having the world.
But they do have their bright spots.
Yeah, well, and they did film it.
I think I lost your audio. I'm sure if you're okay on your end.
Is this better? No. Okay, is it? Give me 1 second, please. Okay, this is gonna sound. Now, is it picking up now? No.
No, I heard the no. I didn't hear anything before the no.
1 second. This can't keep on going, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah,
you're back.
this can't keep going on. I'm sorry. I'm having.
That's fine. Just edit it out
Yeah.
before. Not a big deal.
Yeah. True.
Um, New York. I've been in New York City.
Oh yeah.
I used to work in New York City, actually. Great city, obviously. You know,
Yeah.
like what else even compares to New York City? But
I actually been there in the summer. This summer.
yeah. Oh man, summer is terrible. New York City in the summer is terrible. It's so hot and like all the heat radiating off all that concrete and the buildings, the
Yeah.
steel and concrete is just it's nasty.
I actually been there multiple times because obviously
Nice.
I have to renew things for the Spanish consulate.
Nice.
I'm actually Spanish.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I knew you had some kind of accent, but I couldn't tell. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell what it was.
Wait, am I pointing right or I
It's not on the camera. I can barely see something over there.
Yeah, I can have the Spanish flag there.
Yeah.
I'm
That
actually
would have been a good clue. Maybe slide that over to your right a little bit.
I I'm I'm born here in the United States, so I'm already an American citizen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my
Nice.
parents are not, so I mean,
Yeah.
they are now, so but back
Yeah.
then they're not.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, fun times in New York City. I can say that.
Nice. Have you lived here all your life? Have you gone back to Spain and lived for any period of time, or like what's the?
I've visited family, and
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and my grandfather's disappointed my dad for not teaching me Spanish. Yeah,
Wait, so you have an accent, but you don't speak Spanish?
a little bit actually.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
because
Yeah.
I've been raised here like most of my life.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that's typical for, first generation I guess you'd be considered a second generation immigrant because you were born here. Your parents were immigrants. So,
Yeah.
yeah, usually the children don't end up speaking their parents' language or speak very little of it. Um, yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, it's whatever. It's what it is, but it's a great opportunity, right? Your parents are Spanish. Tell them to teach you. Tell them
Yeah.
to teach you. Get on that, man. That's a great thing. It's a great thing to have, especially in this country, right? Because such a huge portion of the population speaks Spanish,
Yeah.
and there's millions of people here who speak Spanish who don't speak English, right? So
Yeah.
it's probably it's good second language to have in this country, for sure.
Yeah. True. Well,
I got through in college. I got to Spanish 20. I want to say 203. Spanish 203.
hmm.
So um, I'm not fluent. I was almost fluent, very close to becoming fluent in that class. And then, like, when you're not taking the class anymore, you stop speaking it, you stop practicing it, so it's gone. But
Yeah.
I was actually having a conversation. I was having conversations in Spanish while I was in that class, and it's gone now. It's all gone.
Yeah. That'll happen. Yeah. So, besides traveling all over New York State just for state parks, there is that's the thing I've been asking people on Twitter. Will
Yeah.
Capcom host a 20th anniversary Monster Hunter in real life?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to happen in Tokyo. It's going to happen in Japan. It's not going to happen here.
Yeah.
Like where would they do it? Is there a Capcom store somewhere? I don't think they have,
Maybe in California,
right?
but mostly the population is in Japan. So yeah.
Yeah, that's where all their big stuff, that's where all their big events happen. And they've already announced a bunch of events. So, yes, all year long, 2024 is the year of Monster Hunter, and they're going to have a ton of events in Japan.
Yeah. So
We're not getting it here. We're not getting it. If they had it, it would be in New York City
yeah.
or somewhere in California, probably LA or New York City. That's
Yeah.
so look, hey, if they announce something for New York City, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I'm east of the Mississippi and I don't want to travel to LA. So if I was gonna
Yeah.
travel, it'd be New York City.
Yeah. True.
That would be very tempting though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's very true, though. Well. Yeah. So basically, just go there, just see the event, probably
Yeah.
see some
Pay,
announcements.
pay way too much for a hotel room.
I
Like
mean,
way too much for a hotel room.
especially when you're had to convert to like dollars to yens or
Yeah.
yens.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever they use. Well, I mean, if it's in New York, right? You know, but if it was in Tokyo, I probably couldn't even get a passport in time for anything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And like I would be lost if I went to Tokyo. I'd be lost. I would need like a guide, like a personal guide, to just get me around. It'd be fun. I mean, I would love to just go somewhere and just get totally lost and not know the language, not know anything, just kind of wander around. Uh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, we have
But like
Duolingo for a
if
reason.
they, what's that?
We have Duolingo.
Duolingo? I don't know. I would love to learn Japanese if there was a way to do it. But like with any language, you got to speak it. You got to have someone to talk with, right? That's the only way you're going to learn it. So,
There's Gaijin Hunter, but
yeah,
yeah, he
yeah.
doesn't.
He doesn't like me. I don't think he would talk to me.
Wait, what? What do you do?
I don't know. I am not people people don't like me. They don't like my opinions on Monster Hunter. So, yeah, I don't know. He's probably a great guy. Like Rurikan is, I'm sure he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't really like me either. So, um,
Like, yeah. Yeah.
Mm. They both seem like great people. I'm sure they're wonderful.
Yeah.
I got nothing against them. I just disagree with almost everything they say. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
I don't care for their opinions on anything.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think there was one point people got mad at Gaijin for something and he said something like "suck it up" or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of that sounds familiar, doesn't it? That's vaguely familiar.
I forgot what
I
is.
don't remember yeah, I don't remember that controversy, but yeah. People either love him or they hate him, you know. It's like Rurikhan, they love him or they him. Like either he's too obnoxious for you or he's just the right kind of obnoxious for you.
Yeah.
And I think people are like that with me too, you know, because like I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of good positive comments. And, you know, I got a Discord full, like we got over 800 members now, I think, of people who just really chill people, people who like, you know, the attitude that I put forth in my videos. And then there are people who just can't stand my videos. They just, I just rub them the wrong way for some reason. They think that the things that I'm saying are just so bizarre and wrong. And that's fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. It's just, I guess I have strong opinions and either you agree or you vehemently disagree. And
Yeah.
that's just the nature of the business, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of happened with me with Overwatch 2. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I I think the game is great. It's just that I think, I mean, yeah, they can have some upsides and down or so. But there's a obviously with the real reason why I didn't like it is because of the Activision Blizzard controversy.
Oh, okay. Which one? Which one of the many controversies?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, they got the terrible one. Let's just say
Oh, the person,
it's a
yeah,
yeah,
the HR issues they were having there for a while.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, I heard with Overwatch 2, the criticisms I heard of Overwatch 2 was that it was just Overwatch, but now you have to pay for it again, basically.
yeah. I mean the DLC. I did pay for the DLC, the Invasion.
Yeah, like didn't you have to pay for things in Overwatch 2? You had to pay for things that came with Overwatch, the original Overwatch, right? You had to pay to get the stuff that you already had in the first version.
Yeah,
Is that does that make any sense?
kind of doesn't. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, hold on. Is that okay? Is it better now?
Oh yeah, yep.
This
You just can't relax. It's not going to let you sit back in your chair.
I know. I just had to do this because I'm
Yeah.
kind of setting up. Like it's leaning, if you can see.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing the same thing. I'm leaning forward on my desk like this. Getting a little cramped in here.
Yeah, same.
It's been almost 2 hours now, I think.
Yeah.
We're up to my timer. Yeah, we're at over 2 hours. Yeah, I told you I could talk all night. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, final segment. So, you were talking about travel.
Yeah.
You like to travel.
Hmm.
You want to travel a lot in New York.
Yeah.
Where else do you want to travel to? Like realistically, like not just like if I could go anywhere, but like realistically.
Ugh, that's a good. Like somewhere like around Europe, Hong Kong. Eh, well, obviously Japan for the Monster 20th anniversary, and so much, so much more.
Yeah.
Like
But I
maybe,
mean, is that realistic for you? I mean, you got the bankroll for that? You got the
well,
cash for that kind of travel?
maybe traveling around the states probably, but and yeah, Hong Kong because I have a friend there.
Nice.
Europe, obviously, why not?
Why not? Yeah,
And
like if I could go anywhere, I'd just go everywhere. Just go everywhere. Like where wouldn't you go? You know, Russia. I wouldn't go to Russia.
yeah,
I wouldn't I would not try to go to North Korea. Uh, I wouldn't go to Iran.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I honestly, I'd want to go to India, somewhere in India, but I don't think I would go. Um,
Yeah.
I I would not go to South Africa. There's places I wouldn't go, but I think there's more places I would. Like because like if I could go anywhere, obviously Hong Kong, Rome, you know, all over Spain,
Yeah.
all over Italy, honestly, all over Europe, just everywhere. Just take the train to every major city in Europe.
I think
Um,
I think the European Union has something like that. A train to get
yeah,
there.
yep, yeah, yep.
Oh yeah, South Africa
Um,
is one of them because obviously there's a species I want to see, the coelacanth.
oh yeah. You think you're gonna find a coelacanth? You think you'll see one like in the ocean? You want to go out on a boat and find one?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
That's why I'm kind of
that'd be amazing.
I'm like the dinosaur guy.
Yeah, that would be cool. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't want to go to South Africa because I don't want to get murdered. Like they have one of the highest murder rates in the world.
Oh yikes.
Yeah, it's dangerous there. So that's why I don't want to go to South Africa. So maybe just take a boat near South Africa.
Okay.
Just don't just yeah. Yeah, I would go so many places. But realistically, where am I going to travel? The grocery store. There's a there's a there's a nice little park down the street.
Yeah.
Nice little bench in the shade. I can pretend that I'm playing Monster Hunter now.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go runs on this.
Huh.
Well, you know what I mean? Why can't Pokemon Go runs on it? Why can't I get Monster Hunter?
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just install Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There. Mhm.
No, I'd like to travel within the United States. Um, I actually like national parks and I like state parks too. So those would be cool destinations. I like Renaissance fairs. You ever been to a Renaissance fair?
No, I haven't.
They're awesome. They're a lot of fun. Uh, I would travel to Renaissance fairs. I've been to so many. I've been to Renaissance fairs in Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York,
Hmm.
Connecticut,
Oh, nice.
East Coast ones.
Hmm.
So the coolest one was in Maryland, the Maryland Renaissance Fair. You can look that up, MDRF. Just look that up online. It's pretty cool. Um, so I would definitely travel there again. It's like it's outside of it's outside of DC. It's near actually it's between DC and Annapolis, I think, somewhere in there. Um, is where it's located. Um, that was cool. Yeah, that's probably my number one travel destination right now.
Okay.
Got to save up my pennies for it though.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been to Canada. I went to Canada once. That was kind of fun.
Same.
Yeah, I went to Toronto. Toronto's a nice city. Well, it was a nice city. I don't know what it was like now, but it was really nice back then.
Yeah. I think I only went to Canada for the Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to Niagara Falls, the city, but I haven't been to Niagara Falls, the falls,
Oh, it's cool.
if that makes any sense. I haven't seen the falls yet.
I've been
I'd like to.
I've been to these like boats that will take you to the falls, and you have to wear a
Oh,
coat.
yeah. Yeah. Was that they call that the Maid of the Mist or something like that?
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to wear the raincoat because it's just like insane down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some friends who did that. They said it was awesome.
Yeah. My grandmother went there when she went to America for a visit.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. That is.
They used to get in barrels and go over the falls in a barrel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like back in the 20s or something like that. Like
Oh
the
yeah.
other 20s, 100 years ago, like a long time ago. It was like a stunt that people would do.
Oh yeah. I remember that story. Didn't it
Yeah.
start
And
because someone
then,
got killed or something?
Yeah, probably most people got killed doing it.
Like, what
Probably
idiots.
most people. Yeah. But you like you can see if you watch old like Bugs Bunny cartoons and stuff like that, they have from like the 50s and 60s, they go over the barrel, over the falls in a barrel. It's just kind of a thing. It's a meme. Like today the kids these days would call it a meme.
Oh, yeah. Well, I grew up in the 2000s. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
technically 20, but I'm like an old person.
You're old now. You're over the hill for this internet generation.
Yeah. I, well, I remember, I think we used to call it viral.
Yeah. Yeah, viral used to be a thing. Now only old people say viral.
Yeah.
I, that's funny. That's just so passe now.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's been really fun talking to you. I think
Yeah.
this went spectacularly. I didn't know what to expect. Is this your second podcast episode now?
Yep.
Yeah. I watched your first one. I thought, hey, this guy seems pretty cool. And gave me a shout out on Twitter. Or was it Twitter or something? I don't even remember.
Oh,
You
yeah,
just
Twitter.
randomly tweeted and mentioned me, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll come on your podcast. I don't care. Let's do it.
I mean, Jaken was the one that shouted you out.
Oh, the original? Yeah, I don't even remember. I'm on Twitter like once a week, and then I got a notification and you're like, yeah, I'd like him on my podcast. And I was just like, I don't know how serious you were
Oh.
when you said that,
Oh, don't worry.
or if you
I'll.
were, or if you were just kind of, just throwing things at the wall to see, see what would stick. But I was like, yes, somebody, if you look, anybody out there on Twitter, listen to this on YouTube or wherever you're going to see this. If you ask me to be on your podcast, be prepared for me to say yes because I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for because
Yeah.
in this case you will get it.
Exactly.
And I will keep you up all night long on a Saturday talking about random crap that comes to my mind for hours and hours. We're pushing, if we do this for another hour, we will beat my last record.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that though. I got to go to bed now.
Yeah. Let's get him to bed.
You can see my eyes are starting to.
Yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
thank you all for watching. Have a. Wait, it's my thing again.
I lost your voice, but I can read lips. What I think you said was, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me on my podcast today."
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
I mean, I was telling people thanks for watching, but yes, thank you
Oh,
for.
thank you. I got the thank you part right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining my podcast.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. So, let's just. And we are signing out.